Hey, this is Milz from America. We're back with interview, I think, number 27 right now. 27 interviews in like 3 weeks.
Wow,
All in the same while
committed.
as submitting my own Loop Station wildcards for things, including my Worlds one that I'm trying to finish up. Stay
Ooh,
busy.
okay, okay.
Stay busy instead of
Yeah,
be bored, right?
true.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So today we are interviewing.
Ping pong po.
Where are you from, man?
I am from Maui, Hawaii. So yeah, it's even more
Hashtag
narrowed down. Yeah,
hashtag aloha.
yeah.
Aloha in chat. Aloha in chat. All right. Okay, first things first, let's get this rolling, shall we? Okay, the meaning behind your stage name before we get to other things.
All right. Well, I guess there's not really like a whole lot of meaning, but like there is like a story behind it. I guess you could say. So once, okay, in middle school, I think I was seventh grade. I'm pretty sure my I had this random YouTube channel with my friend, and then basically he told me like, "Yo, make your name Ping Pong Po," like as like a dare, sort of. Um, because my name is Pono, so I'm pretty sure that's where the Po came from, you know. But yeah, so he was just like, "Yeah, just make it your name. You won't," and I was like, "Yeah, you bet I won't," and then I did it. And then I already had all these accounts with that name when I started beatboxing. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just use that as my beatbox name because like I don't have any other like alias or anything. Um, so I just used it, and then I just haven't changed it. And then I mean, like I have no reason to change it now. You know, I mean, a bunch of people know me as that, and it's a yeah. So yeah, I think that's that
Nice.
for the name. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go right into the next one. A non-beatbox background about yourself, such as like maybe one time you heard like rock or like hip hop and that just kind of got you into like what you're doing now. So we're gonna give a non-beatbox background before we get into the beatbox background.
Okay. Um. So like the main, I guess, like things that I sculpted me into me, I guess you could say. Well, I mean, for one, just living here, it's a big like difference. Like growing up, I didn't see much difference because you know I didn't live anywhere else. So I didn't think it was like that big of a deal. But when I went to like American Champs and stuff, like it was such a big change, really big, like culturally. So that's like one thing that majorly like influenced me as like the person I am. Like also like you know my values and my morals and stuff like that. Um, but I guess like yeah, that's I would say like one of the biggest things that's really different. Yeah, that
Nice.
makes me yeah.
Yeah, a lot of different cultures, dialects, ways of doing things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just a general rule of thumb. I mean, for all of us, we tend to stay inside of like in the echo chambers or bubbles or whatever, and as soon as we get out of that, that's when we really grow, right?
Right.
Okay, moving on
Right. Yeah.
to the solo beatbox background about yourself.
All right. Well, so I started in 2016, and it was because I watched a video of Ozelis. Um, yeah. So I saw this video of this guy doing Omega reactions, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let me try that. And then so I just you know started out. I remember the first sound that okay. So when I started, I don't know why or how or anything. I guess I was just really lucky, but I could already do like and then like throat bass, but it wasn't like you know super clean or anything. But I just heard it and I just did it. So I guess I was really drawn to beatboxing in that aspect. But I remember the first sound that I like learned and I sat down and like learned was tongue bass because that's a lot of the things that you know Zealous uses like that sound right. So I sat there and I practiced, and I would just copy all of his beats, and I would just do that because I thought it was so awesome. And then you know fell down the rabbit hole. You know I saw more videos, saw Swiss beatbox videos, and then I just got deeply involved, and then yeah, led me here to today.
Swiss beatbox, what's that? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, your let's get into your style. So we talked about how you kind of got into all this. Now, what about if you have a style or multiple things that you're kind of experimenting? So you want to talk about that?
Right. Um, as for like style, I think I mainly just try to do things that I guess I've heard, but in new ways. You know, I try to I wouldn't say like innovate it because I don't think I'm at that level yet. I can say I'm like innovating it, but I try to push it to something that hasn't really been like fully done before. So like I'll take so I like I have a large variety of sounds, I guess, um, and I try to use those in like the least generic ways possible. I guess that would be the best explanation. But I mean, we all can work on something, so I'm still trying to work that out.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Now, next one. How is your beatbox now? So you've done wild cards. You recently just had a shout out. If you want to talk about like other kind of
Yeah.
projects and things going on right now for you in solo beatbox.
All right. Like upcoming things,
If you want to do,
or just
if you want to start with the with things right now, or if you just want to skip to upcoming.
okay. Well, yeah. So recently, I just had a Swiss beatbox shout out like come on today, so that was pretty sick. I didn't even know that they were gonna upload it because I sent it in and everything, and I was like wrote the email, blah blah blah, sent it, and then they didn't respond to me, and I was like, oh man, maybe it wasn't that good, and they're not gonna upload it. But last night I saw like the thing, and then some friends let me know like, hey, congrats. I was like, what? And then I checked it out, and I was like, oh, sick. I mean, I guess they're uploading it, right? But so yeah, check that out. I guess that's pretty sick. But yeah, projects. I've been mainly trying to focus on my YouTube channel, trying to upload there because I want to get a consistent following. I want to just build the following. So I think YouTube is my main platform, I guess. And so yeah, I've been trying to upload like weekly. Just uploaded a cipher. I thought that was I'm proud of that video. Yeah, I'll just say that. But in terms of upcoming projects, just more of that kind of stuff. More I I'm qualified for the online world champs because I won a tournament which qualified me for that. So I will be competing in that. I'll be preparing for that. So that's coming up. Also, just trying to keep on that YouTube grind. So more of those type of videos, and hopefully that'll continue to grow and get better. And then possibly some shout outs sprinkled in there. But as of right now, I'm mainly focused on trying to expand and like build my name. And then once I guess everything goes back to normal. I don't know how normal will be, right? But I would like to go back to like trying to do gigs, trying to perform live, trying to connect with the people here to spread like beatboxing like in Hawaii. Like that's a big thing that I want to accomplish. I want to bring all the Hawaiian beatboxers, and I also plan on. I guess I could talk about it. I haven't really announced it or anything, but I'm planning on throwing an event here eventually, and I won't get into too much details because I haven't worked everything out yet. But yeah, I want to get that to be a thing, because there hasn't been very many, if any at all, So I want to bring those Hawaiians together, and also some other people that want to have an excuse to just come here and have a good time. I feel like that's something that I'm trying to work towards, but it's hard to even start scheduling that kind of thing. With right now because the last thing I want to do is cancel it. That would be really unfortunate. So yeah, that's some stuff that's in the works.
Nice. Yeah. So my next question was going to be your experience with the American community, but then I just realized since you especially were talking about culture and like misconceptions like let's go to Hawaii like just to party and like do nothing productive. Do you want to talk about kind of bridging the gap? I guess between like the Hawaiian community and like the American community, especially like online and in real life stuff?
Right, yeah. So right now there's not a lot of Hawaiian beatboxers. There's immensely more than there were just a few years ago, when I was, emerging from the whatever, right? There was like hardly anybody. I knew maybe a couple. But now there's about 20, it's 20-ish in that area, it's a lot bigger, but, still a small community. But, so as of like right now, a lot of them are either they do it as more of a hobby rather than something like they don't plan on like I want to compete, I want to go to battles, but like they'll watch videos, they'll enjoy it, and it's just something to do on the side. That's fun. Like that's I get that. And then like the other portion of them are the the up and comers. They're like, okay, I want to end goal is like I want to battle, I want to be up there, I want to be like making a name for myself. And so those people right now, they're kind of they haven't had all the experience to do so yet. So I just want to like help them grow, help them how can they become better, how can they like raise their confidence, how can they like be better performers. Like that's what I'm trying to work on, like to help them improve with that sort of thing, so that when I do host this battle, or when they do eventually go to battles, like they can be as prepared as possible. And then also that would be another reason for me hosting this battle, so it gives them a chance to perform, gives them like a stage that they can have access to, like, and be able to be in front of other beatboxers, because I think that's an important thing too. The social aspect of it, like just jamming with other beatboxers, just talking, just sharing thoughts. Like I think that's the best way to like grow and improve as a beatboxer. So I would say, um, yeah, I'm trying to have this event. Hopefully that goes well. If it could be ongoing, that'd be great. And then like hopefully they'll all grow as like beatboxers and as people, and eventually there will be more of them interacting with more of the entire like U.S. In terms of like the scene and battles and whatnot. So yeah, that's my goal.
Well, it seems like you have a mission vision. You have a lot of leadership skills. It seems like you got it all planned out, which is good. It's not like, oh, I just want to bring a bunch of people together, but it's like that. Like it seems like
Right, right,
it seems like you have a really clear blueprint of like where you are now and where you want to go. That's great.
right.
That's really good. Okay. Now your experience like with the international scene. So did Hawaii, you did talk about America. Now you want to talk about like Beatbox International, Swiss, GBB, um,
Okay.
like plan or that plans. Like have you been there? I'm sure. I think your solo wild card. I think it was like a top 30. I think for GBB.
It didn't place top
Oh,
30,
okay.
uh,
Now, if not that,
unfortunately,
I
yeah.
think you were in
But
a tag team. Um,
right.
okay.
So we were. Okay, so I guess I'll just start with like I guess the international
Yep.
stuff. As for like international like events and battles and stuff like that, I haven't been to really like any. I mean, okay, I went to Beatbox Legends. It was a great event. Technically, it is international. Like it's open to anybody. Anybody can come and participate. But that year that I went, everybody was from the U.S. So I guess like it was international, but it wasn't really international. Um, Other than that, I qualified for Beatbox to World, which would have been in Korea, and that was really international. Like that was like it was in Korea. There was like a bunch of like diverse people. Like there was like French people, there was like Americans, there was Dilip from India was there, Rich from Italy, and like it's like it was really diverse. So that would have been a great experience. Unfortunately, it was canceled, due to this pandemic. But whatever, it's all good. But yeah, in terms of like GBB and Beatbox International and Swiss, like online stuff, I guess that is international. I've done a lot of that. I think it's good. It gives a lot of people who don't have necessarily like access to going to events like a platform, right? Because a lot of people, like me, I live like really far from like anything really. I'm just in the middle of the ocean, so everything's expensive. So I can, I don't have enough money to be like flying out to all these big events and battles. So yeah, I think in that aspect, it's a good alternative, and it's a good way. And especially since I guess that's one good thing that came from this situation is like people like who or when the organizers throw events like online, it gives people like that like a chance to shine. Like I think that's like the most the majority of my following, I guess, came from, I would say, probably from this year because of online GBB, Throwdown, my Swiss shout out. I'm assuming in the future, like more people will come from that. But like all those things like collected, like I might have not had like opportunity for any of that, like if it wasn't for this. So I guess that's one sort of positive thing that came from this. But hopefully in the future when like events happen and stuff, I would be able to go to more international stuff. That'd be great. But I don't know how likely that is. Also, I was also qualified for the world champs, but that obviously didn't happen. But I was qualified in the tag team category with Bizkit. Shout out to him. But we're the 2-time American tag team beatbox champions. So I know, yeah, and our name's Dreamerz, by the way. But we would have gone to that, done an elimination, and however that went. But yeah, so international stuff. I mean, I'd like to do more of it, but it's tough right now, especially now. But like, yeah.
Yeah, for a hot second there, I forgot that you were in a tag team, and it was with Biscuits. I'm like, why is this guy always on BBXC talking to Biscuit all this time? Are they good friends
Right.
just because they're American beatboxers? No, really. No. Okay. Have you? Okay. What about? So just like you said with the pandemic, whenever this video comes out, yeah, America especially is, America has the most deaths, and the whole world's going through deaths and cases. So in light
Right.
of that, especially with like when we're talking about doing things virtually, especially as we are now, what about have you done private lessons, group lessons? Have you ever gone to have you ever like contacted like college a cappella choirs and like tried to like present a workshop or just what about on like the education front?
All right. So in terms of like uh mass lessons, or not, I shouldn't say mass, but like group lessons and things of that nature, I haven't done uh too many of that. I mean, like maybe small things, like just a quick thing, but not like a scheduled, like organized type of thing. But I have done like one-on-one like private lessons, and like a call like how we are right now. So yeah, I do offer that. Those are um something that I do. But I find that like um it's quite draining. Not really like it's boring or anything, but it's just it takes a lot out of me after the lesson. I'm like, oh man, like that was a lot. Not like like I hate it or I dislike it. It's just it takes a lot of energy for me to to do that. So I don't think that's something that like I would like if I did that like full time. Let's say like I was booked for lessons every day and I just had like enough to like that. Like I mean that I would probably still go through with it, but I think it would be a lot for me to commit to, So it's not like it's not my bread and butter, but I do offer lessons, and I mean, if people really are interested, I'll sit down and help them through the lesson and everything. But uh, yeah, I guess I would like to do more lessons and workshops and things of that nature, but yeah, as of right now, I'm not sure where that's headed, So.
Alrighty. Yeah, teaching is definitely draining. I do it full
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. What about production or albums. So like, you ever do like FL Studio? Have you ever tried like Logic, anything like that?
Okay, so like music production, like not really. I haven't done very much of that. I've done some collaboration with others. Like like I knew this guitarist, and we made a few things together, and then actually another guitarist too. But like yeah, in terms of like I guess like producing it myself or like even collabing with another producer, I haven't done much of that. I would be open to the idea though in the future. Hopefully, that could happen. But yeah, right now I don't see that as like a main something that like I want to achieve. Like making an album or an EP or something like that. Like that's not. I mean, that would be cool. Don't get me wrong, but I think right now that's not one of my major goals to do. But I mean, maybe in the future when like after I achieve the things that I already want, I want to first like lay down my basis. My like my foundation, I guess, and then maybe that would be something like I could work on once I've achieved that, like to the extent that I would like to.
All right, all right, good to hear. Can't wait for that. This cable sometimes acts bad. All right. Okay. So last two questions, and you can switch up the
Oh,
order if you want. Drop a beat
okay.
and any last shout outs.
Um. Okay. Shout outs, I guess. s- shout out to the shout out to Milz for having me doing his thing. I think this is a really interesting way. It's a glimpse into all these other beatboxers like lives, right? So I think that's a really interesting concept. I would like to see more people doing this kind of thing. I've actually thought about doing this myself, but I haven't gone through with
So
it.
I think it's
And so
so
big,
yeah. I think there's Scott Jackson who does it.
right?
Killa
On
Kella,
Swiss, right?
and then I think me. I want to say there's others.
Yeah.
I know Lexi T has interviewed people in French. So like, she interviewed Firebras one time. Maybe
That'd be interesting to see.
maybe Beatness as well. But anyway,
Okay. Yeah, I've seen this is a while back though, but Beatbox Guru. I don't know if you've heard of their channel, but they used to do a lot of interviews, like if like we're at World Champs, right? They'd be just like interviewing all the beatboxers there, or, at events and stuff like that. I thought that was like a live like TV interview,
oh yeah,
So that would be sick to see them bring that kind of stuff back. But yeah, so anyway, shout out to you having me actually making it happen, because I've only thought of it. You've actually gone out and done it and set it all up. But yeah, I guess shout out to the uh the Swiss beatbox video that just dropped today. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be sick. I'm happy on how that turned out. But yeah, I don't really have much to shout out. I mean, like, shout out to you guys for sticking through. If you watched it this far, I mean that's pretty sick. But drop a beat, I guess. I'll do a little beat. But hey, let me sit up for this. I gotta, you know, can't be
keep your shirt
messing
on.
around. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Here's a little something.
Wow, that's all I can say. Wow, wow, good wow. Not bad. Well, good one.
Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, one question I forgot as I was listening to you do your sounds and combos is with Bizkit. Like, have you like what is kind of your role? Like, I know both of you can get technical, but like, do you kind of do same things, or like I'm guessing he's more of like the singer, the falsetto, like he does all that, and then you kind of do more of the tech.
I guess it depends on like each set. Each set is different. I'm sure like it's like when you loop, right, it's not always the same. Like I'm going to use this for the bass, I'm going to use these specific drums. It's not obviously, right? So it's sort of similar in that aspect. Like, so sometimes if he's going to sing, he'll sing, and then I'll do the backbeat, and then the background, like I guess bass line. And I have a lot of trouble with that because I have like almost no musical training. I mean, I have had, I think I told you this already, but I had middle school band. That was just about it. Like, but I don't have like relative pitch or like anything. Like I can harmonize. That's about it. Like that's like in terms of like singing wise.
That's a big step.
So he has perfect pitch. I'm very lucky
too.
that he has perfect pitch. Oh, nice. So anytime it's time to anytime we perform, I'll just try to remember the steps, between the first note and whatever, and then he'll just hum the first note in my ear since he has perfect pitch. He's like, just start on like B flat or whatever, and I'll just like harmonize it and then keep that in my head. And then once it's time to go, I'll just like try my best. I'm usually a little off, but
So basically,
yeah.
so like B flat, perfect example. So he'd hum to you, "Ah," and then you'd be like,
Yeah.
"Ah, ah, 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 ah," like that. You mean kind of?
Yeah, so like he'll hum the first note of the, okay, like for example, Fireflies. We do a cover of Fireflies. So it starts. He does the siren like the. I don't really do, but so I come in. I think I come in on a B flat and then I switch to an A flat. But I know I'm not humming like B flat and A flat. But like I at least know the first B flat should be correct because I'm harmonizing with him. He'll hum it and then I'll just tried it, but yeah. So I guess in terms of like roles, like he does that, but I guess in the actual beat itself, it depends. Like we'll do a lot of like pass off things. So like I'll do a sound, then he does a sound, then we both come in like together. It's like and then we like both come in for that. But I think we just try to utilize like everything in our arsenal, so we don't just keep it like he sings and then does like and like sings and just does that, and I'll just do like heavy drums, because that would get old pretty quick. So we try to we use like every sound. Like every sound I know basically is in all, like at least one of our sets, and pretty much the same thing for him. Like we're always trying to figure out how to use like everything we can, because like why not? There's no reason not to, so just go for that. But I guess that's our roles, in the tag team.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so one last time, this has been Milz from America, interview number 27, and today we just got interviewing
Ping Pong Po.
Anticlimactic Frosty.
Yeah.
Frosty, you just won. Yes, I did. Anticlimactic.
Right.
Ping Pong Po. Anticlimactic. Anyway.
Yeah, man.
All right. Ish.